After betrayal, there is no point in keeping the family together, even for the sake of the children-wife's betrayal. Do you want to know what happens after it? In the event that the family remains. Of course, the family will only exist conditionally. No one is obligated to anyone anymore. Betrayal has removed all obligations. People remain obligated only to children, if they have any. But a relationship after betrayal in the event of preserving the so-called family is a nasty and terrible thing. I have such a family. Married for 17 years, 2 minor children. The relationship was great. We were always close to each other, and were the closest people to each other. And then you get a blow to the solar plexus and a knife in the back, right from the heart. In my case, it turned out that my wife had gone on a spree with her boss. Such issues are resolved in a manly manner. I beat her lover in front of everyone, beat him so hard that I broke my fists pretty badly. Then I even had an operation on my right hand. All the employees were watching, and my wife was pale and stuttering, and I beat him until he was exhausted and could no longer speak. Then there was a showdown with the police, but it worked out. Ispovedi.com, he got scared and decided that it was more expensive for him to write a statement and go to court. His wife found out about everything. Of course, they didn't just beat up her husband like that, and as it turned out, she had suspected him for a long time, but there was nothing to present. I also did educational work with my wife. The children were taken to my parents, we came home, and off we went. As they say, he taught me to love my homeland. He lashed without mercy, putting everything into each blow. She flew around the entire apartment, sobbing, crying, screaming, whining, but I didn't spare her. I beat her all night. In the morning, at about 5 o'clock, I threw her a basin and a rag and made her lick the entire apartment. Then chased her to the kitchen to the stove and made her cook breakfast and bake for the children. At first, that's how we lived. The slightest discontent or outburst, that's it. The children to their grandparents. And we start anew, belt, flint, forward, to learn loyalty and devotion, like dogs. We began to live according to a new order, a ban on communication with friends, on all social networks, etc. Her career Ispovedi.com also went down the drain. In front of all the employees, the wife, without makeup and dressed haphazardly, wrote a statement of her own free will. By that time, their management had changed. The real man turned out to be an imposter, got scared, and ran away. Of course, it cost me a lot of blood. It ruined my nerves and took a lot of years of my life. What we have now, everything for the family, and she has nothing but the family. The children are almost grown up and know everything. My wife's relatives helped. They can't keep their mouths shut. We live according to the army system. Every minute is accountable. Every little offense is punished. I don't beat her anymore, but I keep her in an iron fist morally. In the entire time since the betrayal, I have had one conversation with my wife. She tried to justify herself, but I shut her up, said that there is no justification or explanation for betrayal and infidelity. The one who cheated, betrayed. And that's it. I also presented her with the fact that if she were to die now, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid or lift a finger. But before, I would have given my life for her. That's how betrayal broke the family. No Ispovedi.com, so the family, formally, exists. Whether it was worth it for the wife, I don't know. But for me, I will say, it ruined everything. The children will soon grow up, and what will happen next, I don't know. But the prospect of spending old age with a traitor at my side is not at all pleasant. That's how we live.